победного конца возвращались поутру в свое родное Катманду. И солнце в синих небесах, без одежды и стыда, исполняла Нура танец живота.
China has identified the cause of the mysterious new virus.
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
There are fears a rapidly spreading virus has reached Australia.
This is a rapidly emerging situation where there is not a cause for alarm.
The first US case has been detected.
There's confirmation the coronavirus has reached Australia.
China is urging its citizens not to travel abroad as it struggles to contain the virus.
We will be standing up Christmas Island as a quarantine area.
Foreign nationals coming from China are now banned from entering the country.
I have today declared that the coronavirus presents a public health emergency in the United States.
Trying to contain a city of 11 million people is new to science. It has not been tried before as a public health measure.
The death toll now has risen above that of the SARS outbreak 17 years ago.
We now have a name for the disease, COVID-19.
I was at a hospital the other night where I think there were actually a few coronavirus patients, and I shook hands with everybody.
The Italian government tonight put the entire country on lockdown.
COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
We will be suspending all travel from Europe.
From Italy this evening, it just gets worse. The death toll now worse than China.
What happened in Bondi was unacceptable.
12 years of perfect employment, it all blows up in 24 hours.
More than 3 billion people in almost 70 countries and territories have been asked to stay at home.
From this evening, I must give the British people a very simple instruction. You must stay at home.
We're asking everyone to work at home if possible, postpone unnecessary travel.
आज रात 12 बजे से संपूर्ण देश में.
So together, and with the rest of the world, we face this unprecedented challenge. For many, young and old, 2020 will be the toughest year of our lives.
We've got some breaking news to bring you, and it's to do with the Prince of Wales. He has tested positive for coronavirus.
The Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, has tested positive for coronavirus.
Countries around the world have now reported more than 1 million coronavirus cases.
Prime Minister Boris Johnson has been transferred to the intensive care unit.
The city may have to temporarily bury bodies on public land if they run out of morgue space.
Better days will return. We will be with our friends again. We will be with our families again. We will meet again.
What is happening? Many sites. I just have to do some cleaning. I have things breaking down on me, and I got some cleaning to do. As you can see, I got a lot of paraphernalia in my apartment. I've been living here for too long. It's pretty simple. The reason why I have so much stuff was because due to COVID, I didn't plan on staying as long as I did. I just sold the TV. It was 65-inch. And yeah, I'm just doing this basically for myself, you know, trying to get my bearings together, because in a few days from now, I'm going to be making some changes. I would say to people, honestly, if you have any extra money, go out to thrift stores, because right about now, at this time, people are going to be moving. They're going to be moving out. And if you have families, if you got kids, well, yeah, you could still go to the Salvation Army and find some good DVDs, and I don't know. Maybe I would just say to save your money, honestly, because there's a lot of stupid stuff. I mean, the new fads and trends I've seen now, I mean, it's pretty stupid. Like, remember when they had the fidget spinners, and now nobody's using them anymore? There's always going to be new expensive fads and trends. Pokemon cards have been all sold out at Walmart. I don't know why people do it. They must buy it for the money. I guess they just buy them and resell them. I think what I might have to do, honestly, I might have to get an eBay account if I can't properly sell this stuff. A lot of it is junk. What I was going to do, maybe if I can get some duct tape or electrical tape, I can tape this together. This is a pretty flimsy tripod, but yeah, I could fashion. I'm not buying a new one on eBay for $55 where they have the combo. They have the built-in tripod with the LED light, and if you're lucky, you'll get a little microphone. So it's like $55. It's cheap. You can buy that or build one yourself. Maybe I might do a little how-to video tutorial. So yeah, when you're on the go, you're going to be wanting to travel light. You don't want to have a very big backpack. You want it to be sturdy, however. You want to have it something like this. As I've shown in my other videos, I'm just trying to light. So, anchor charger, journal, canteen, good things. Make sure that you have enough in your backpack. If you have a long walk, if you want to go venture around, you can take socks, you can take books, you can take chargers, you can take whatever. Maybe a sandwich, you know. I would highly recommend getting some water and drink lots of it, because if you're going to be out and about, people have been complaining about, oh yeah, this winter was brutal. When it gets cold, it gets cold, but when it gets hot, there's no Goldilocks weather. We either get very, very hot weather, like waves of heat, or the rest of the year it's just pure cold, and we get a lot of high winds. And around here, the weather constantly changes. It's crazy. I think Terry Joel Jr. said it best. It's just retarded. But yeah, I'm not Terry. I'm not comparing myself to anyone. This is me starting from the bottom again. I may have to just sell some of this stuff just to, yeah, get equipped with what I need. When you do that, after 3, 4, 5 times, you get to understand what it is and you need, and all the other fads, the stuff that they charge to you. Like, it doesn't really matter that much. I'll just give you an example. Dollar store weights. Every time when you leave the house, you can go walk around. After an hour or so, you have this strapped to your arms and your legs. You'll get a good workout, trust me. Who needs to pay $80 for the gym? We have gym at home. Oh yeah, by the way, if you want, you can get a decent rug on wish.com if you want to spend $50 on that. You could roll this up, actually. You know, it's pretty soft, it's pretty light. You could roll it up and actually, yeah, if you want to go do some yoga on the beach or wherever, you can do that. Take that. Good things. It actually could fold up in there. I'm not going to do it now, but just take my word for it. Maybe I'll post the link, and Yeah, as for the other stuff like junk, like I said, you know what? Life happens when you're going to be living in a place long enough. You're going to accumulate a lot of stuff, and a lot of it when you have to move, relocate, a lot of it you just cannot take it with you. So, yeah, it's too bad I don't have a girlfriend. We could actually be doing a lot more. We could be conquering and going out on adventures together and all that good stuff. You know, the bar scene, it's not very good. You're not going to be able to have anything if you keep on doing that. If you venture, I mean, it's your life. Everybody has their own lifestyles. I know everybody wanted to get out again during the spring. I get it. Today is Friday, and I'm honestly feeling the need to go out and go meet some people, but things aren't the same as they once were. We have the mask mandates, and cost of living is going up slightly, so which means that every time I leave the base apartment, I just have to make a list of all the things I need. So I'm gonna need a new kettle. You know, I just threw that out, and yeah, I'm gonna have to start boxing some stuff. Occasionally, what I do, and get this is true. I ship whatever I don't need in a box occasionally, and I send it off to somebody, anonymous YouTuber who needs to get their channel to grow. I'm not gonna say who it is. I keep my life separate from other people, and sometimes YouTube life kind of clashes with my own personal life. You know, I'm getting kind of personal into it. It's my private life that I'm showing you guys. So anyway, I know that people have their own lives, people have their own schedules to keep, that people have work to do. If you don't have work, create something. I might actually come up with some solutions, and I was hoping to have a few YouTube channels going, but as luck would have it, yeah, I mean, there's so much out there on YouTube. I want to try to make smart videos so I can teach people basically how to survive. It's good to get grounded. Books, like I said, books are good. You're going to want to have to, be on your guard for days that are going to be not as great. You're going to have a plan. The worst thing that you can do is to stay in one place. That's my best advice. Talk to as many people as you can. Get some information. Ask people questions. Like, if you can't find opportunity, make your own, and make yourself well known to people. Or get out there. You know, you can do things in a 24-hour day. I still have some more things I have to do. By the end of this week, I could be doing anything. I could be running around the trail on the beach, and I may show some footage of that. I'm not just going to talk about it, I'm actually going to do it. So, you know what, I'm also, one more thing, I'm tired of waiting on these people on the Facebook Marketplace. It's actually not that great. People, they say one thing, and then they make up excuses like, oh, I can't be here now because it's too late, but let's try again for tomorrow. It's putting me back, and it's actually affecting other people. So what I was saying that, I was going to come downtown. When you have a very finite amount of money to spend, you know, if you come across an iPad that's 64 gigabytes for like $110, and it's not every day that you see that on Facebook. I mean, even today, iPads are still pretty expensive. They're not getting much cheaper, even though they should be. I mean, they're still charging people a fortune just to get these basic electronics, which, you know what, I mean, in 2022, I mean, like I'm saying, you know, corporations, greed. That's why many of us are still living paycheck to paycheck and, yeah, trying to save up their dollars to get the latest gear so that they can do their thing. I mean, it's put a lot of people into debt. And, yeah, you're better off, you know, surviving on noodles and buying dollar store items for a year than going into debt, because it's just a hole. You're going to want to create your freedom, live free, and yeah, the more you do that, you know, the happier you're gonna be in the long run. And who cares about, you know, what's expensive and good right now? It's not going to be good a year or two from now. I mean, yeah, I looked at the progress of the iPhone 13 and 14. I'm sure if they really wanted to, they could improve the performance of the clock speed. They have microprocessors that are. It's less common. I mean, it's more costly, but it's Apple. They could do it. You know, if they're going to be charging $1,000 for a phone, you better make it a damn good phone. You know, because there's new technology that's getting invented and reinvented every day. We may soon throw away our iPhones because the new Pi phone might be coming out, and that could be a game changer. You know, quantum computers could be in the palm of your hands in the near future. You know, so we got to think about that. I'm sure that the prices of those are not going to be very affordable, but they could be. I'm just saying, you know. And if the cost of living is going to go up, we have to help each other, you know, get through some hard times, because, you know what, greedy men, we could be living free. Everybody in this world could be having, you know, college education, car, nice, affordable housing. Instead, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I'm spending almost all my money every month on rent. And that's why I probably couldn't get very far ahead. You know, I can't even afford a car. And yeah, cost of living keeps on rising. So what do? Honestly, I know what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to be going out. I have to do whatever it is that I have to. I know that my YouTube channel is not going to grow very big. I'm not going to be able to get very many followers, but I'm being honest. You know, people, they could do this. They could not drink for the next couple of months. Whatever money you spend into drinks, put that into like a budget list and see how much money you're throwing away on stupid stuff. And be honest with yourself. How much money, how many tens and twenties are you putting away on booze? You could definitely put that into something worthwhile that is going to last. Tools and maybe better clothes. I'm not talking about sneakers, because sneakers are going to be wearing out in 6 months anyways. I'm talking about, you know what, this has been a long time coming. I'm just going to show you, you know, let's go in here for a minute. My studio. Yeah. So anyway, that's my studio, and I just got something finally in the mail. I'm waiting for, my other packages are overdue. I mean, it's been weeks, but yeah, let's see what we got here, shall we? I don't know. By the way, if you guys have any questions on where it is I get some of the stuff, I'll be free to answer any questions that people may have, because some people have been really going through hard times, and I don't want anyone to suffer. You don't have to. You just have to be disciplined. Okay, that's one. That was the one of the hoodies. That's actually gonna go to my brother, because I don't really wear red. Blue is my color, and yeah, I'll just say that for him. David, my brother. Yeah, I haven't heard from him in a while, but he helped me out one time, so I owe him. And yeah, if you want to take a good look around, you know, some of this stuff, again, junk. But after staying here for a couple of years, yeah, you can find some decent stuff of your own. Create a little setup. Those extra screens were overkill. I just needed one. And pretty soon I won't be needing a desktop. I might want to trade up all this stuff. It's better to have less, less clutter. You know, you would want to get back to basics, and either or, like whatever lifestyle you have, it all is going to come back full circle. Keyboard, $50. So I wasn't saving money by getting a desktop. I was losing money in retrospect. So yeah, this stuff gets old. And this is Apple, a new one will probably cost me $70 or $80. I just held on to it just in case if I could fix it. And yeah, that's the kind of stuff that people need to be very mindful about, because yeah, the technology is changing, it's getting smaller, and what people they have to do, they really gotta save their money, and I'm not kidding. People they feel bad, they have a bad day, they go to the bars. Oh well, take a negative into a positive. I'm charging this thing, little light. I just call this the Halo, and it is super bright. Super bright. So yeah, that did cost me about $20, but this could last me. Oh look, another Anchor charger. So these are good to have, they're handy, even though that these cost more. You're going to be using these like gold when you're out in the wilderness and then your power goes out and you need to make a phone call. That's essential. So yeah, basically needs and wants. That's a luxury, this stuff right here, and that's not even going to go to me. That's a gift for my brother. And yeah, people, they're going to have to move around and save some money if they want to get that damage deposit. And also if they want to rent out their rooms to people, you could do that too. Maybe what I should do is I should change the computer up and bring it into the other room and then rent out this room. It's possible. I might do that. So yeah. Be like, oh, this guy's rich. I'm 36 years old. I can guarantee you I'm not rich. I've been living below my means for a long time. I like to drink a lot of tea. I like to go for walks. I don't have a bicycle. I had a motorized bike, but that broke down. My landlord, he took it out of the shed and it rusted. It rusted up. And I didn't even know that was out there until the spring. So now I have no transportation. Thank you. So when you find a landlord, make sure that you find people that you live with that you can trust. Because some of us have to deal with problems of, less than ideal apartments. It doesn't matter if you have a bigger apartment, you're still going to be spending more. It's just like if you're living by yourself, if you want to live comfortably and not have too much, your best bet is to try to just rent a smaller apartment, maybe 1-bedroom apartment, maybe with shared accommodations. I'm sure that a lot of school kids are taking that route, and it's probably for the best. Or if you're by yourself, you know what, you can have the freedom. You'll have freedom and not worry about privacy and such issues like that. What I might do, honestly, I'm gonna just go for a little walk. And if anyone wants to ask me certain questions, you know what, I have some experience. You know, I've been in the wilderness, I've been to Toronto, and some days I think about going back. I think about going back to Toronto, honestly. Could be going there, but it would be a different environment now with the age of cell phones, social media. I mean, out here, there's just not much happening. It's what I like to call a very low-key city. It's very remote. I'm not gonna say where exactly, but yeah, people, wherever they're living in, if they're not happy with where they're living to, just remember, it could always be worse. You could be living in California during this time. I mean, when you see a lot of people who are on the verge of homelessness, living in cars, and I've seen it happen. People are wanting to save that extra couple $100, so this spring they're probably going to be traveling about, living in their cars with the price of gas. Man, there's no winning, is there? I mean, when it seems to be like everybody's gonna make it, there's always gonna be something happening in the world. So this is what I say to people: whatever you're doing, please prepare. Now would be a good time to not drink, but think. Think very, very hard about what the next steps you're gonna do, because yeah, if you had plans in the past, just so you know what, one day, one bad day, or one bad catastrophe, maybe a new COVID, God forbid, but that happened, so you want to be prepared for that. And you're definitely going to want to at least have the basics squared away. And it's always a good idea to have a week, 2 weeks supply of food at minimum, just in case you lose that job and the money runs out. All this stuff, it's good, but you can't eat it. I remember the longest I went without eating was a grand total of 7 days. And I was too weak to even get out of the house. I had to call up help to get to the hospital. I didn't even get much help. So people, they really have to do what they can. It's their responsibility to take care of their own health, because when you're going to get sick, your plans, it's not going to add up to anything. If you're not going to be useful to anyone, if you're not going to be able to do the basics, and worrying and stressing out too much, that's going to cause more stress. Your best bet is to I would just go out more when you can, exercise, talk to people. Don't pay too much mind about what's happening in the news, and there's a lot of fear porn, and people, they need to just get grounded. Make a list, take some time, walk around and really think about, what do you need? What do you need, and not what do you want? When you can supply all your basic needs that you think is going to last you for years to come, then you're golden. I needed a backpack. You see the backpack? That lasted me about 8 years. I could get a new one. I wanted to, but all these other expenses that are going to be coming, like, I don't know if I need a new iPad, but actually it's not going to be new, it's going to be used, but you're going to have to make those choices. Like, you're not going to be able to have everything you want, but just if you can cover the basics, you'll be fine. I should probably just focus my money on whatever I have left, because I really don't have much. Put it into food, Or if you want to start a business, there's ways to do it. You can go to eBay and open up an eBay account. You can open up an eBay store and try and sell some items. You might go pretty far with that. You may have to diversify in order to become a little bit successful. And I would not start large, just start small. Start small and make sure that you take care of customer service and listen to what other people's needs are. It's very important because they think that, oh yeah, we're gonna go big, we're gonna be really successful. There's people that are mostly focusing on the money, and I don't really have respect for that. They overcharged me for shipping and handling for a running suit, brand new. So I don't think I'm gonna get that. People, they have to really, I'm not kidding, they gotta save their money, put it where it counts the most, because yeah, you wanna look good, but I mean, these days, who are you really impressing? Honestly, I mean, when everybody's running around rushing to get groceries and most of our days are at home, who are you really gonna impress? Unless you're really successful on YouTube. The things of this world is, I mean, a lot of it is vanity. A lot of it is vanity. People are out there buying name brand clothing like Nike, Adidas, and they have to have everything brand new just for a show. That other video is showing you about just appliances. People, they want to have the best of everything. They don't want to invest and save their money into living modestly. And people, they don't think about that. They just think about here and now. They're not playing the long game. The long game, kids, is very important at a young age where you want to buy everything that you see shiny and new. Really think twice. I mean, because especially kids these days, oh my God, they're growing up, going to school thinking that, yeah, what they have is going to matter, that they want to look cool. But here's the thing, people, they have to really, I'm just saying, now's the time to be real. You got to get real. You got to get serious. You have to get down to earth and not spend money on things that are stupid. And I'm guilty of that. And things change, when stuff happens, like another event, you're going to see a lot of people moving. They're going to be throwing away the things that they used to value because they just want to get out of the city. People change up really fast when things are not okay, not all sunshine and rainbows. Okay, so be real. Don't invest too much stake into things because things are not going to save you. You gotta have faith in a higher power. Also, you can't look to people to save you. And sometimes even your friends and family could be, well, they're not going to be there for you all the time. Let's just put it that way. I've come to realize that they're not always going to be there to support you in all your endeavors. And this is what I'm saying. People, they have to really take care of themselves first and foremost before they can, be able to do anything big. I mean, yes, we could change the world. I believe it's possible. We could do a lot if people could come together. I think this is probably why the powers that be, they don't want us to, because they know that deep down we have power. We are powerful. I guess with God and a few good people, we could do many great things. We have the power to change and assemble, organize, and dictators that run the world and big corporations, they think that they have dominion. They think that they're unstoppable, but that's not true at all. You know, people, they're smart. We have to not chase money, not just things, but you know, help fix the problems of society. I think that's the biggest thing. That way that we, all of us, can move forward. We won't have to worry about the higher cost of rent or gasoline. I mean, we could help each other to, you know, build and change things. I'll give you an example. In the 70s, there was one guy who invented a car that ran on water. And I guess big companies, they didn't want that. They wanted, yeah, it's a monopoly game to these people, the capitalists. Capitalism, that's another, it's another evil that it's a lesser evil that's grown, and it's not really benefiting everybody. You know, it's, I'm not gonna get into philosophy too much, but yeah, I'm just gonna stop there. You know, I'll just leave it off by saying something I read in the Bible, Ephesians 6:12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against the principalities and the spiritual wickedness in the heavenly places. And it's very true. We have to help the common man. And yeah, don't judge every day like the world is going to be shifting in all kinds of, you know, directions. There's chaos happening all the time, but there's good too. There's good too. You just gotta, sometimes you have to be the light in the dark. You know, all it takes is one spark, one act of goodness to inspire, you know, because this is a battle. This is a battle, you know, in this life. People don't realize it's not a battle of money. It's something higher. Something more spiritual than that. And people, they gotta take a deep look inside, you know. They're running around like a chicken with their head cut off, bound by addictions, and worried all the time, and you know, their life is a mess. I understand. I know, because I was there. And it really takes a change of mindset. It really does, in order to set your life straight. And yeah, I can't tell people what to do, or you know, how they could succeed. But I mean, but if you could focus on the basics, you know, if you learn how to focus your life, you can go in any direction you want. But I mean, it's not about you. It's about finding good people to help guide you. You know, there's people, community centers and groups that exist still. Even now during COVID, people, they have to get out of their ruts. They have to get out and talk to people, because if you stick in one place too long, it could really damage you and put you in a rut, in a depression, which a lot of people I know are feeling right now. And that's, you know, when the world is bringing you down, you can't let the world bring you down. You have to rise above it. You have to rise above it. You have to find something deeper within, and then find something that is going to bring you happiness, and draw other people into your life despite all the challenges and the chaos that's happening right now. So yeah, and things are good, but it's not going to save you in the end. Having friends, having good people in your life, having faith and virtues, being grounded, you know, that these things are going to save you. Being honest, being a good person, being a good man, virtuous man and women. Proverbs 31:10 or 31:30. Who could find a virtuous woman? For her value is far above rubies. And that's what I want. That's what I want. It's rare. And I'll tell you something, honestly. You will never ever find a woman like that, a virtuous woman, a virtuous girl, at a bar or at a nightclub. Or in this case, maybe the LCBO, I don't know, the liquor stores, or they're full of people that are broken. If you're one of those people that are still struggling with alcoholism, I mean, I've been tempted. I don't struggle with alcoholism. I rarely drink, but yes, many times I've been tempted. Otherwise, I'd have nothing. So this is why, at least when you go out, talk to people who are in the same boat and say, yeah, you know, I found this video the other day. Show them this video. Tell them it's not the end. It's not over. If they're feeling like the world has crushed their dreams and ruined them, it's not the end. I promise you, people they need to find a way out, and it's not going to be easy, but if you can try these things, you know, it really is like changing your life around. And it would involve a little bit of pain and discomfort, waking up in the morning and saying where you're going to be, and yeah, you may have to get a bigger backpack if it means that you have to go home a couple of times to get your toothbrush or grab something to eat. You're going to want to save some time for the sake of time. Maybe you might have to get creative. Maybe you may have to get a electric kettle. I don't know if kettles take USB or hot plates, but that's probably what you're going to have to do some days. Maybe you'll have to take Mr. Noodles, bags of those in your backpack, and then go to the cafeteria, just ask for a bottle of hot water. Just ask for hot water and, you know, fill up your canteen with ice water. Maybe they'll save you $10, $20 here and there. They may look at you funny, but who cares? Who really cares? You know, some people, they're trying to save money. We're not all able to spend money every week at restaurants and the mall. And yeah, as I said, cost of living. Do you know that it costs $50 almost to just go out and see a movie on the big screen, on IMAX? Like I said, maybe with popcorn and popcorn combo and pizza. I don't know. I've never been out to cinema in a long time. It's been over a year. I think the last movie I watched was like Sonic the Hedgehog. That was alright. And I took snacks with me. I remember I was smuggling snacks in the theater. I took 2 bags of Doritos, and yeah, that was a good meal. They would have overcharged me at the canteen. And yeah, and they asked me to midway, some guy actually asked me to sit in the side because I was sitting on the wrong seat. But I mean, the place was almost empty, you know. I guess people are just trying to work jobs, keep up appearances. But yeah, the reality is that even then, people weren't having a lot of money to spend, so they went to the theaters like by the dozen. There's only so much people were able to do. And if I went back to the mall, I might show some footage of that. Maybe I'll just show you honestly what's available. I don't know. Without even going there, I would have to say that my estimate, probably 50% of all the stores either shut down or having a blowout sale. And that's how it looked the last time to me when I was down there in the mall. And yeah, I mean, a lot of places are going to be never recovering this COVID mandate. It really messed up a lot of people's lives. And that's what I'm saying. Be kind to strangers. Be kind to people that you meet, because everybody right now is fighting a hard battle. Some people with families, you know, maybe I'm lucky not to have, you know, bigger things like a house or car. I don't know. At least right now, it's pretty uncertain these times. Things are changing rapidly. People, they don't understand. You know, we take for granted a lot of things. 100 years ago, we didn't have 1/10 of what we have. You know, kids these days are going to be growing up. They've been spoiled. The 2010 generation, they grew up with social media, and they've been living in the peak of society. You know, they didn't grow up in the 90s, before the internet, before the age of cell phones, social media. We don't even own a lot of movies anymore. We have Netflix, we have 5G, we have all these things. All these things are supposedly better, but it's not. It's not really better. I miss the old stuff. If I could, I probably could. On a good day, I can go downtown to the Salvation Army. I could just get a whole bunch of VHS movies. You know, collect those, because they're really cheap now. But I mean, back then, they were treasures. Some of them, they don't even get, you know, reformatted to digital, because a lot of them, they've been forgotten. So yeah, go out and find good old relics of the past. Find good movies or books. 1984 is a good one. Or Brave New World. There's all kinds of literature and books you can find. I would find some smart books, maybe on philosophy, that are timeless. You know, at this time right now, people forget about what the old ways were. So I would honestly go and find these books, read upon them, and see if they still hold up today. Like, what wisdom and knowledge can you gather from these types of books? And yeah, if you can, talk to people offline, because the new way doesn't seem to be a way where people are going to be helping each other out on deeper levels. I mean, it's good to do business with random strangers, but again, sometimes that's not enough. People, they need companionship. They need to grow with different people, you know, having friends to go out and do things with. That's what many people these days are not doing. They don't know how to do it. They don't know how to do it. So that's one of the things that I'm afraid for the future, because, you know, social distancing has really changed the mindset of like how society is functioning today. And yeah, I think people deep down, they want to come together, but with all the COVID rules and the restrictions, again, it's up to us as people. People that are smart, you know, we know what's going on, but we feel helpless to change it. We're not helpless. We can change things. It's just that we've seen what happens when tyrannical governments get the best of people. What happened though in Canada, in Ottawa, with the Freedom Convoy, I think that's when the whole world was watching. The whole world was looking at us. In Canada, we had gotten this close to getting our freedoms back. That's what we have to do. We have to come together peacefully, and not just protest, but just come together, help each other. We got to help each other up before we could take back what's been lost, what's been taken from us. And we can do it, with the power of God, with wisdom and truth, and putting aside petty differences. That's what we have to do. We have to do that. And then we could probably make change. We could create massive change. Affordable housing, education, affordable medical, and maybe we can actually get to that point where we could start being able to help each other grow gardens and rebuild our communities. We could do all kinds of wonderful things, and not look toward governments, because look what happened. We're in a post-COVID world. It's a dystopia. We think we're in a utopia, but we're not. Especially kids these days, they have to read up on their history. Before wartime, there was a lot of depression and recession. We have to make sure that never happens again. Never. And every day, there's choices. People can make little choices to do positive things, and enough people do that, we can create a big shift. We could show the world. We can really show the world that there is hope. People they could see. Anyway, that's all I gotta say for now. I didn't plan to make a really big video. I just want to show people my personal space, and depending on where you're living too, some people have less, some people have more than they need. And the day comes that you need to break free from your prison, because if you stay in one spot for too long, that's all it is, really. You're not free. So being free is more important than having material possessions, or I think I said enough. I'm gonna need a cup of tea. Oh wait. No, I can't, because I threw away my old kettle. Everything breaks down. Just like all the crap that people are selling right now. A lot of the stuff 2 years from now, it's gonna be gone anyway, so just stay crafty, get a journal. Pen and paper is timeless. You can get Canteen and all these things that can help you on your journey. Okay? And you don't have to get the newest expensive iPhone. Don't worry about it, because a couple years ago, iPhone 6 or 7 was top of the line, and there's always going to be something newer and better. Not even 2 years from now, it's exponential. Like, if anything, we have too much technology and not enough, exposure to the person-to-person contact. Like, getting out there and meeting real people. That's what I miss. That's what I miss. And we can have that again, if we want to. I'd trade all for that. right, take care. Good night.